When everything first started going around through the media that COVID was more than just a passing thing, at first you're always dubious that it's going to affect you or anything that you do within your life. And so for me, that was the Pararoos, that was football. I never thought it would affect me at all, really. And then it slowly started to get more and more real when you saw countries in Europe starting to close borders and things like that. And for us, we still thought it was a world away. Like everything seems in Australia, everything sometimes seems a whole world away, but then it did start to affect us, and I wasn't prepared for it personally to affect me the way it did. I got into football when I was very young. Mum played, my family had all played, they'd all been involved from a young age. And so regardless of cerebral palsy or not, I was going to get thrown into a team as soon as I could. My name's Taj Lynch, and I've been with the Pararoos since 2017, so 3 years now. My week pretty much consists of football as much as possible and then fitting in uni where it does. So I'm coaching an under-10 SAP team 3 times a week. As well as that, I'm coaching at numerous private schools, public schools and things like that through a few different organisations. At the same time, I need to be keeping myself fit and training as much as I can. So I'll train with the youth NPL teams at Northwest Sydney Spirit right after I coach the under-10s team there. I'll jump into gym sessions early in the morning before I have to go out for the day. And then somewhere in between all that, I'll try and get my uni work done. Taking on a SAP team was a very exciting opportunity for me because it's representative football. It's what we all wanted to do when we were kids, and I was never good enough at 10 to get into those programs, but now as a coach I think I can give a lot back to a program like that. And my squad was very unique because when I first got in, I think we'd been training for a few weeks, and they came along and they watched me play against Canada for our first home game in 20 years. And they brought big signs and they all cheered me on. And so from the very start, there was a huge connection between them, and I very quickly became invested in them, not just as footballers, but as people. And as a coach, you don't just teach them football. Everything you teach them carries from football into life. And I learned that from the people who have coached me, whether it was Kai with the Australian team, whether it was my state team coaches. They gave me things that improved my football, but then that also carried across into the way I carried myself as a teenager and now becoming an adult, which is scary. But all these different coaches have had such an impact on who I am as a person, and I think that's a big motivator for me to be a coach. So prior to lockdown this year, I wasn't actually planning on playing club football because of how much time I wanted to commit to coaching and uni as well. But then having that time away made me really want to be a part of a club team and enjoy that environment. And the opportunity came up to play with Ben Atkins at Mr. PFC, and that was really exciting as well because for us as Pararoos, we're not all together in one location. We're very spread out and most of our connection comes online. So to be able to see him every week and play with him and play alongside him and have banter and see each other and catch up, that sort of thing is really important. And club football as well is just a place to get out that competitiveness and that drive to really just play football and compete against whoever's in front of me. So it's a good opportunity. I'm glad I'm now playing for a team this year. COVID was a tough time because I lost those support networks that football gives me, but it also made me realise and appreciate even more how important football is to my life and how important the Pararoos family and the kids I coach and the people I play with are to me as a person. My coaching sessions turned into online Zoom classes with my 22 SAP kids. My training sessions turned into fogging up the windows in my room while I was trying to do home workouts, which I hated. Football turned into watching old games on repeat instead of being able to watch new games and be excited about the season and things like that. I think it definitely left me a lot more grateful for what football is and what it can give to me and how I can give back to others through football as well.